Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel. Today is Thursday, April 30th. It's almost 11 o'clock. I kind of spent the morning playing with Gemma, getting all of her crazies out, and Josh is at work. So now I have to go feed Posey because she's yelling at me. What are you yelling about? Are you hungry? So now that I took care of Gemma, I now need to take care of Posey. I better go feed her before she hops over this gate and attacks me because she looks very upset right now. Alrighty, now that Posey is fed and much more happy, I have a lot of tidying up to do. So first of all, I need to do the dishes. Normally I'm the type of person that cannot go to bed until the dishes are all done, but I didn't actually get around to it last night. So I'm not used to waking up with a sink full of dishes, and let me tell you, it's one of the worst feelings ever. This is what I have to tackle right now. I really wish that I would have done that last night so that I didn't wake up to this, but it's my own fault. One of the worst things about having a dog that loves rope toys is she loves to shred them, into bits and pieces. So I vacuumed 2 days ago, and already the floor looks like a disaster because there's little tiny pieces of rope all over the floor. This is what I'm talking about. Just everywhere. It makes the house look filthy, even though it's relatively clean because I just vacuumed. So I need to re-vacuum the house. Now the dishes are all done. I vacuumed the house and straightened up a little bit. Definitely looks a little bit more clean and tidy without all of Gemma's little string rope pieces all over the floor. She is very patiently waiting to come out of her crate and play with me. So now that that's all done, I'm going to play with her for a little bit. And then I think my plan after that is to maybe play some Just Dance. I know I mentioned that I loved Just Dance on the Wii and on the Xbox in my unboxing my Nintendo Switch video, and I truly do love Just Dance. It's one of my favorite games ever. For probably the past week and a half, I've been playing at least 45 minutes a day. It is seriously my obsession. And it's also a really good workout. I wear my watch during it, and my heart rate gets up to the 180s, 190s, which is super cool. It's a nice way to work up a sweat without going to the gym or going outside. I typically do it earlier on in the day than this because it is now afternoon. But this morning we didn't have any internet. Our internet service provider was working in our neighborhood. Josh said that he saw them when he was on his way to work. We had a storm last night and it was really, really rainy and windy, and I think the wind speeds were up in the 50-mile-an-hour range. Understandably why we had some internet problems, but the internet didn't pop on until about an hour ago. And a lot of my favorite songs to dance to are on Just Dance Unlimited, so I had to wait for the internet to come back up anyway. This is Gemma's favorite toy.
Yes, do you want to play? Oh, she wants to play with the toy.
She loves all things rope. And this used to have that blue toy on it, used to squeak. However, it doesn't anymore because she must have punctured it with her teeth. She loves if I just hold it. She doesn't really do too much. She doesn't really yank that hard, so it's not like we're playing tug of war, but she just likes to hold on to it.
Gemma, can you sit? Good, sit. That's a good girl.
Can you give me a paw? No, I don't want your toy.
I don't want your toy, you silly dog.
She's like, please,
hold my toy for me.
It's so hard to get footage of her because she always gets too close for the camera to see her. She's always right up on me, like this. Oh, see, I even missed it. That's about as far away as I can go before she'll follow me.
There we go, that's what she looks like. Oh wait, she's getting close again. Hi, puppy. Yes.
That's one of her favorite things to do, is for me to stand somewhere and for her to lay right next to my feet. She has absolutely zero sense of personal boundaries, but I love it.
And now she's giving me kisses on my sock.
My Christmas socks that I'm wearing, even though it is almost May.
You're so pretty.
Drop it. Alrighty, so that clip that you just saw was Gemma and I playing and training at the same time. I'm sure at least someone has thought it already. Marissa, why do you look like such a mess? Well, I'm just wearing one of Josh's old t-shirts because it has a pocket in it, and I wear these when I want to train Gemma because I find it super helpful to have both hands free when I'm training her. That way, whenever she does something right, I can immediately reach into my pocket and give it to her. Also, the pocket is up here, which means that she can't jump up, you know, and grab the treats out of it. We have one of those waist pouches that you kind of like clip onto your pants or your shorts and, you know, put the treats in there. But I just find it super clunky and I can't reach the treats as fast as I need. What we were working on is drop it when someone's holding the object that she's holding. She's pretty good at dropping things on the ground. If you ask her to, I'd say she's like got like a 75% success rate. However, she has a much harder time dropping things if you're holding onto it as well. As you can see, the first time that we did it, she, you know, kind of held on for, I would say probably 20 seconds. And then progressively, she was holding on for shorter amounts of time before actually dropping it. And I think she did a great job. We mix in the training with the play. So as soon as she drops it, not only does she get a treat, but I also throw the toy for her so she can go chase it. That was a successful little training session. I think we probably did that for about 20 minutes. And now she's tired.
Gemma. Hi, girl.
Now that she's tired, I think I'm going to go get some dancing in, which is kind of like my me time for the day, you know? Just whatever I want to do. I've still been enjoying yoga, but sometimes I feel like it's not really like a workout. It's more for my mind. Granted, the stretching is good for you and all that, but like sometimes I just really want to like move my body. Don't get me wrong, I am not a good dancer. I just really, really enjoy it. Both of my younger sisters actually do dance and they're very, very good at it. Me, not so much. I have absolutely no rhythm. Sometimes I swear I don't have any control over my body and I just move like a noodle, but I find it really, really fun and it is a great workout considering I can't go to the gym during this time. So I'm gonna go dance. I had a fun time dancing. I only filmed me dancing to one video just because I knew it was gonna be absolutely horrifying, and I just watched it back and oh my goodness, I am so much better at dancing in my head than I am in reality. So I'm sorry if that clip just offended you on a personal level because I know it offended me just watching it. After I finished dancing, I took a shower and now Josh just got home from work, so we're going to have dinner. I haven't decided what we're eating yet, but I'll show you once it's done. We're having Beyond Burgers and Super Blend salad, which is basically, I think, kale, carrot, cabbage, something like that, and some Brussels sprouts, just sauteed up with some spices. That is what it looks like.
Welcome home from work, honey.
Thank you.
Happy to be home?
Very.
So now we're gonna relax for a little bit while we eat. I hope it's good. I'm really hungry. We're both starving. It's 5 o'clock and I haven't eaten anything yet today. We just finished our burgers. They were really, really good. We put chow cheese on them and normally we tend to stick to Follow Your Heart or BioLife, and the chow was actually super, super good. It melts super well and the texture is really good. And then right as we were finishing up eating, Josh's dad called him and was like, hey, do you guys want to come over for dinner? So in a little bit, once we play with Gemma for a little bit, we are going to go to Josh's parents' house and hang out for a little bit. We will see you guys when we get back.
Look at this sweet puppy. Did you miss Josh? Yes.
Oh, she's so happy that you're home.
I'm happy to be home.
That's the face of a sweet puppy dog.
I can't believe how big she is. Okay, so I think our last clip was us telling you guys that we were going to Josh's parents last night. We ended up coming home pretty late, so we didn't film anything after that. We kind of just hung out with Gemma and went to bed. This morning, I thought that we would just continue on with the video since I didn't really film too much yesterday. So this morning, we went to a tennis lesson and it was a lot of fun. The weather was beautiful. I think it was probably in the mid-70s and sunny, and it was just absolutely gorgeous. We had a good lesson, and then we went to go pick up Chipotle. It is now 1:40, and we are home from tennis, home from Chipotle. We got a pretty good spread. How was tennis? Did you have a good time?
Very good, yeah.
Yep.
I'm tired.
I'm actually really bad at tennis, so the coach was just working on the basics with me. It was only my second lesson ever. Josh has kind of been playing his whole life. You took lessons when you were 10, so he's much more skilled, and his part of the lesson was definitely much more of a workout because he was, you know, running across the court, hitting the balls, and I was just kind of working on my swing. We are absolutely starving, and we are going to eat and watch some Ozark. We finished our lunch, and we finished watching that episode of Ozark. I think it was the 5th episode in the 2nd season. I'm obviously not going to say anything about it because I don't want to give any spoilers, but it was a very intense episode, and it just made me want to keep watching. However, we didn't keep watching. We took showers and proceeded to play Animal Crossing for hours and hours and hours because what else will we do? I don't know. I feel like it's all we have been wanting to do lately. And we actually didn't play at all yesterday. We had to play double the amount today to make up for it. Gemma has been super duper sweet all day. She's just been laying around the house, requesting pets. She said, please more pets. Her favorite pets right now are on her chest and under her chin. She's such a ham for the chin pets. She's getting so massive. It hurt my back. Huge she is compared to him. Gemma, who gave you permission to be so massive? What? Do you know why you're so big?
Oh, thank you so much.
I just wanted to see the size comparison. I just remember when we first got her, we could pick her up with one arm and just hold her. And it was no effort at all. She was less than 10 pounds. We haven't weighed her recently, but I would guess that she's at least 50 pounds. Do you think so?
Yeah.
I think she's at least 50 pounds. I don't know. She seems huge. Now, it is pretty late. It's 8:40. But we wanted to try something a little fun and exciting. I know I'm super late to the trend, but I wanted to try making that TikTok coffee that people make by like whipping up instant coffee and sugar. And then I also wanted to make our own nut milk / oat milk. I was gonna make just oat milk, but then I found this other recipe that calls for oats and cashews, so I thought I would try that one instead. So first we're gonna make our homemade milk, and then we're going to make the TikTok whipped coffee thing. The only instant coffee that I could get on Amazon within a reasonable amount of time was this one. It's High Ground Decaf, which is why it's okay if we have it at 8:40 at night because it's not gonna keep us awake. So I have 3 cups of water in my blender, and then the recipe called for 3/4 of a cup of raw cashews, 1/4 cup of rolled oats, 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. Ooh, that's a lot. And a pinch of sea salt. The recipe also calls for coconut flakes, but instead of coconut flakes, because we don't have any and I'm not going to the grocery store for this recipe, I'm gonna try to substitute it with coconut oil. Hopefully that works. If not, it is what it is. This is just one big experiment. But then after that, I'm just going to blend it for 30 seconds and then strain it using a nut milk bag. So I have a large mixing bowl and a nut milk bag, and I'm just going to pour this blended substance into this bag and lightly squeeze the top of it from the top down until all the liquid is pooled in the bottom. We decided to strain it again, so we poured it from the mixing bowl into the blender. Now I'm gonna get started on the coffee. So the recipe that we're following calls for 4 tablespoons of instant coffee, 4 tablespoons of sugar, and 4 tablespoons of hot water. Then you're supposed to use a hand mixer to beat it for 3 to 5 minutes. I feel like that's kind of a stiff peak, right? Or is that a floppy peak? What do you think?
I don't know.
I think I'm gonna use a spatula to scrape around the sides and then give it like 1 more minute. Oh, there we go. That looks awesome. That looks really, really cool. I'm like actually impressed that it worked. We actually used brown sugar instead of regular sugar because upon reaching into the pantry, I realized we didn't have any regular sugar and it worked out perfectly fine. So now I'm going to get the drinks assembled. Don't mind Gemma crying in the background. It's late and she thinks it's bedtime and we're being really loud with the hand mixer and she doesn't really, really like it. I'm sorry, Gemma. It's okay. No need to worry. Alrighty, so I have 2 glasses with a couple ice cubes and then the milk that we just made. And now I'm going to use this spatula to try to get this mixture into the cup. First, I'm gonna try it with a spoon and then I'm gonna kind of stir it up a little bit and try it all together. It's such a beautiful consistency and it smells so, so good. So I'm excited to try it. Ooh, that's a crazy like mouthfeel. It feels really, really cool. It's like foamy and pillowy almost, really, really good. However, it's very, very bitter. I don't know if it's because we have like a high quality instant coffee brand. I don't know, because most of the instant coffees I've had are pretty weak compared to regular coffee. This one definitely is very rich and bold in flavor, so I think that I'm probably gonna prefer it mixed up. So now I got a straw and we're gonna mix this up a little bit. So it's actually more difficult to mix than it looks, but now I'm gonna give it a little try. Ooh, I really like it. I would like to try it again without homemade milk, because since I made this at home, it tastes very oaty, but this was really fun to make and I think it is really cool. So I definitely think that we should try it again with like a different milk. As it is, I do really like it. Now you get to try the coffee foam.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? It's pretty bitter.
It's almost sour.
Yeah, very acidic.
It's good.
Isn't it like a cool texture?
It's like, it's weird. It's really good.
Yeah.
I think it'd be good on like ice cream.
Ooh, that's such a good
like
idea.
whipped topping, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, that's good.
You like it?
Yeah, it's really good.
Would you make it again?
Yeah, I think the instant coffee is a little too strong.
I think our overall thoughts are next time, I think we should try it with a more tame instant coffee blend and using a better milk, because this one's kind of thick and definitely very oat flavored. For the time being, this is super good. And that's gonna be the end of today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!